All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today's episode 398, and college football is finally back. Week 0 and underwhelming. Week 0, but still, college football will be on this Saturday.
I'm getting a fraud alert right now, just so you know.
I mean, checks out completely with the schedule that we're about to quickly go over. We're not doing any game recap. There's only two semi-interesting games. The rest are, as Esteban would say, they're disasters. They're disasters. And also, everybody in the NFL is hurt, it seems like, except for Bijan and Gibbs, the two best players in fantasy. So
better knock on some wood there. Now that you said
Same
that.
for JSN. I'm knocking for my boy. Oh my God. And yesterday it was funny. Jamar Chase gets hurt. I'm texting you on the side, making fun of Jamar. And then within seconds, Chris Olave gets hurt. I'm like,
instant karma. Karma.
Can't be putting that negative juju out in the world.
I saw somebody on Twitter.
Genty, my heart dropped twice. Prayer circle. I feel like we haven't gotten a prayer circle report in eons. You don't see that very often.
I saw somebody on Twitter change their profile picture to Jamar Chase, like on the ground, like obviously in pain. Didn't know if he blew out his ACL, and then literally 3 hours later, that guy tore his ACL.
Potentially tore his ACL in real life.
Like what karma that one is.
The football gods, they are on one right now. Okay, they are on one. All right, they're taking everybody's ACLs. No ligaments are safe. That electromagnetic station has gone nationwide.
Yeah, no. Every stadium, every practice facility might have one of those. I saw the Saints was like, is the Canes across the street our electromagnetic facility?
That's potentially an electromagnetic facility, or it's a Gus Fring undercover operation going on.
It is also. It's possible. It's possible.
Funneled directly to LSU's NIL fund. Which people forget. If you're eating at Canes, you're supporting Lane Kiffin in taking NFL players back to college. Which
and Texas Tech too. Apparently they said they're going to do it.
Oh, well, certainly they support that. We know Indiana voted yes this is what I heard. All 18 Big 10 teams, all 16 SEC teams voted yes. But I'm pretty sure the Indiana and LSU ADs, they had their fingers crossed behind their back. So
yeah, all right. So I mean, let's just get into it. Let's just get into it.
Right, you want to start off with that? NFL players trying to. Okay, this is what I can't understand. How did college basketball do something better than college football?
I also don't know how this wasn't addressed as an issue when basketball players started doing it.
Right?
That you would be like, oh yeah, let's not just get ahead of this now.
And I'm pretty sure LSU is trying to take more G Leaguers right now.
To be fair, like the difference with basketball, what it seemed to be was that if you had not played in college athletics, meaning you played in Europe, basically, you were allowed to come back. Yeah, that was the gray area, that's the gray area, which still is bullshit. But like that's the gray area. It's whether or not you've constituted like that kind of stuff, right?
My only semi-counter to that, though, is that in Europe, you could be 16 playing Pro League, and,
it still shouldn't be a thing. But, like, my thought is, with the NFL, you are playing, the seasons are different. There's no G League for the NFL. Some of these players that are going back to college are doing.
Oh, yeah.
They were in the G League.
Is the G League.
Yeah. The NFL has no college football, you said, is the G League. You go and play in preseason, that counts as you signed a real fucking contract, and that counts. So why are you allowed to go? You're using the same rules. Like you shouldn't be allowed to go back to college football.
Obviously not.
You played in a professional game. What are we doing?
Even be a debate.
What are we doing?
PFT said that tight end, he just had a summer internship with the NFL.
Like, dude, literally, and it's just confusing to me. Where it's just like you declare for the draft. If you go through the draft process, like. That is kind of bullshit because if you go back to college, like you're gonna get another combine, another
re-enter the draft.
Like how does that work? Like once you become draft eligible and you declare, like I'm pretty sure that's supposed to negate your eligibility in general. like by the laws of the NCAA.
I do think though, because like let's start with this. For college, the one and done, you have to play 1 year in college to go to the NBA draft, and then NFL, you have to play 3. Those are both NFL and NBA rules. Like those aren't college rules. Those are the NFL and NBA made those rules. And like also on that, I think the easiest way to stop it is the NFL or NBA. They need to create rules saying if you get drafted, you're probably not going to do it. But if you ever sign to an NFL/NBA team, you cannot like re-enter your rookie year, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, like you'd have to phrase it differently, because if you're like you can't re-enter your rookie year, then you're just be like,
correctly.
I'm going to come back after playing college. I would just be a year 2 player, even though it's my first technical pro season.
Because I mean, right now, Cam Rising would be trying his hardest to be the starting quarterback for the Utah Utes right now.
Like it would essentially, you would have to be like, if you are to be considered an NFL prospect or an NFL player, you have to have completed 3 eligible seasons in college athletics or abroad, whatever the fuck that definition is, because obviously the NFL selects players from like abroad programs. But like you have to complete that amount, and if you depart the NFL to return to college athletics, you are no longer eligible to participate. Like
you're an Alouette if you do that.
No, like that's the only way, I guess. But the thing is, like, you have schools, like you have LSU saying, you know, we are like, schools don't have to all listen to the same courts, and like, you know, that's already like the NCAA is just so weak that they like I don't understand that. And then you have Texas Tech being like, yeah, we're also obviously going to go and try and take NFL talent. And then on top of all this, you still have the same problem of guys who probably shouldn't be eligible to play college sports anymore, like Thomas Castellanos, being like, yeah, I'm going to go back to Texas Tech now and play because they have a vacancy at quarterback, which, by the way, of course, fucking Texas Tech happens to be the school that is just running rampant with these issues.
I think another issue, though, is because of NIL in the portal. Like, if you're a 5 or 4-star recruit, you like can't redshirt them anymore, or else they're gone. You know.
No, so, that, and then it's also just
I think
like
that's a big reason why that whole 5th year thing just got approved. Because it's like most of those guys just didn't redshirt. So like on that sense, like, you know, 5-year college careers, that's not anything new. The
problem is you're grandfathering in players.
No, I know, I agree.
Which is why these players are able to technically go back to the NFL, but then you're not creating this new issue.
Like the fact Justin Flo is suiting up this Saturday for UNLV is just absurd.
If you go 3 years, you go to the draft and you go undrafted, right? Like you can go back to college athletics. Like I know that works in baseball, like you can do that, but like that there has to be
baseball's
uniform
their rules too.
There needs to be uniform basis across all sports, because otherwise people are going to point to different sports. But also baseball in its own right is
so strange.
Baseball has its own rules. It has its own antitrust law. It's the only it is literally the only sport that is allowed to have antitrust laws in the way that it does.
Oldest sport in America.
So,
isn't it true that the MLB Players Union is the
strongest union? And yep, that is true.
That's
the MLB PA, MLB PA is the strongest, not player union, just flat out union in the United States. So
does that include MLB players, minors included? Umps,
minor league
coaches.
I think the minor league is technically separate, and then coaches and umps are their own.
Minors are,
but this is just players. It is just players.
Oh, okay.
Made up of only players. I mean, it's the strongest union in the United States.
I'm gonna assume it's minors included, because that adds an extra.
Minor leaguers though have
150.
Minor leaguers have a different application of union laws against them, though, and antitrust laws.
I mean, they do not. They don't have
it's
different.
But back to college, like, I mean, talking about that though, talking about all that, because that's honestly what applies here, right? Like,
breaking news: NFL has banned college players who return, or NFL players who return to college are banned from the NFL. Just approved.
All right. Well, look at that. We just went
speaking it into
bar
existence.
For bar right there.
Who would have thought? Look at us now.
Look at us right there. Damn. I think that might be the first time
that's how it was. That's how it could happen. You need the league to make it a rule, or else they won't follow.
That obviously was the best option, and
we're on this.
We're on the same page.
We're on the
same page. I mean, you just saw in live action, Waterboy analytics right there, and that's why you listen to this podcast.
Yeah, I mean that's why you come here for all of your.
Please tell me you did not get Sentel though.
No, this is from Adam Schefter.
From Shefty. Oh yeah, more about the NFL informing its clubs that any player who returns to college.
Keyword is this season at the end. Let's make that a full time.
Yeah, that's something that you'll just put in the CBA, like when it comes back up. And the owners will have to approve it and all this stuff, I'm sure too. But like that's really not a hard thing, and I think players and the owners are both going to be in agreement on.
Because I mean, just another thing is a lot of these guys they were like 4-year players, UDFAs. Got cut from the NFL. What are the odds they really, really impress in that next college year for a team to be like, all right, let's take the 5th year now. And
it doesn't like that. That's the one caveat that like I do think people are always like, damn, like you're getting an NBA player, you're getting an NFL player. We have to remember that guy was so ass in those leagues.
That is another thing.
That like they had to leave to go back to college. Like, that doesn't mean they're going to be good in college either. No. Like, the talent
like that pools Alabama guy who they took.
Wasn't it Bediako?
Bediako, he shows up to Tuscaloosa, and he's put up 9 and 8. It's like,
there's a reason.
I thought you were putting up 18 and 12 and 2 blocks. No, he's put up 9 and 8.
No, like they do suck. So, like, the outrage obviously shouldn't be as apparent. But, like, the bigger thing, though, is, like,
fully fair.
You might have a guy who is like fifth year at like a G5 school, and like he might be like 6'4", a little bit unpolished, but it seems like I see raw athleticism in that guy. I think that we could use
G5 Grant over here. I'm kind of all for those kids.
But my point is that like you might have a guy who wasn't getting much attention through the in the transfer portal, whatever. So he's like, fuck it, I guess I'm going to the draft. A team picks him up, he puts on preseason tape, and then a team where he gets cut, and then one of the college teams like, actually, yeah, we could use a 6'4" athletic fucking left guard.
I heard it was an edge rusher who had 2 sacks in his first preseason game, and he entered the portal. I was like, dude, you just dropped 2 sacks.
It's essentially using this as spring ball film. Like, dude, I get it.
Focus on the
I get
NFL
it because.
Right now.
I get it because the portal situation is fucked up now. Like, there's not a second portal.
To the portal rules? And now I guess you can just like Thomas Cassiano.
Like that part, I kind of understand. Like, you can't put tape out for other teams, so this gives you an opportunity to put tape out. But also, you signed a fucking professional contract.
No, yeah.
Like that's like I guess it's $100,000. That it's probably like $100,000 or some shit like that. I'm assuming
for a UDFA contract.
For a UDFA, yeah.
I have no clue.
I'm guessing it's probably a large sum of money that a lot of people don't make in a year.
Yeah, pretty good, certainly.
Like, it's a silver lining. It's a good thing though for them for the league to do, in my opinion.
Yeah,
all about getting your bag, but within reason.
Because it's like the NCAA, these rules, shit, they don't even like matter anymore. So NFL had to step in. Adam Silver, I'm pretty sure he did that already. But they're RJ Lewis right now. If you remember the St. John's guard, he was the star guy, and then he got benched down the stretch 2 years ago in March Madness.
Yes.
He's trying to go play for the LSU Tigers. Go figure right now. I thought we
that's kind of problematic.
I thought we already, like, what? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean he's trying to go back? Like, huh? I thought we already did this, but all right. The deed's been done. Problem
been solved for at least the next 7 months.
Yeah, at least until 24 hours. 1 hour after the Super Bowl final whistle goes. At least we're good till then.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Going through
the other thing though is that's preventing more players from doing this, because obviously there's going to be a lot of cuts coming in the next week and a half. That's not stopping the players who have already done it. The players who have already done it, they're obviously not coming back to the league this year if they don't get signed by a team. I think that's kind of what it's preventing. But it doesn't mean that A, the players can't come back in the future because it only applies to this season, and B, it doesn't stop players from from doing it who've already done it. Like they can go and join college football because the NCAA hasn't banned them from doing it, which they should. It's in their rules.
It's just the Big Ten, SEC, and then Notre Dame. And when I read Notre Dame's like, oh, we're gonna follow them, it's like I don't. You are such spineless little twerps for not joining the Big Ten years ago. So I don't care what you think.
What was the reason for that? Do you remember what the reason was they do that?
They got a lot of money from NBC to have their own TV deal. A lot of money. A lot. Hey, I'll be honest. If Ohio State had the option, I'd fully support leaving the Big Ten.
Just whenever it's not Ohio State. Yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah, I mean, but also it being Notre Dame makes it a lot easier to punch on them a little bit, not going to lie. 100% being fully honest there. I really dislike Notre Dame a lot. They are my second least favorite team in college football.
Okay.
I think it's clear there. And right now, Tennessee has worked their way up after this offseason. Did you see the clips of that running back that they took from us because they gave his family a private jet?
I haven't seen the clips of that, but...
Oh my God, he's special. I was telling you, 2030 Dynasty for 101. Right there, DGG, remember the name, David Gabriel Georges. Holy shit, Everett. Holy shit, he's something. But all right, okay. Week 0 college football got, a lot. And by that, I mean not really. But we're starting off hot with, we got Jordan Commonplace, North Carolina TCU, standalone 9 a.m. It's great that that's also on Disney Plus because that's the perfect platform for that. I mean, wow, that's a disaster. So TCU minus 8.5 is potentially the freest money that's been given out in the history of sportsbook.
Yeah,
the fact North Carolina could have got John Sumrall and Mensa, and they were like, nah.
Well, Sumrall was never going to go to North Carolina.
I heard there was something there, but at the minimum, Mensa
could have gone.
They were just like, no.
Mensa could have gone.
What?
Sumrall.
What are we doing?
Sumrall has publicly and privately stated that he was only going to leave Tulane for one of those blue blood SEC schools. It was never going to be North Carolina. It also was never going to be Kentucky because it's not a blue blood SEC school.
No, come on, it's Kentucky.
But yeah, I mean, who is TCU's quarterback this year?
TCU's quarterback this year, pulling this up quickly, is a quarterback by the name of...
It's not Max Johnson, is it?
No, not on the roster. I don't know who.
Where's Max Johnson?
I'm gonna tell you these 5 names.
I'm looking at them right now.
All right, we're gonna guess a lot of J's. Jaden Craig, only senior. Jack Dalton, Jaden Maples, David Potter, Harry's cousin, and Adam Schobel. Now, Jack Dalton, Maples, Potter, and Schobel are all freshmen. So we're going with the senior, we're going with the freshman. I actually feel like we're going to go with of younger guys getting it.
I guess for some reason I thought that Schobel was a sophomore. I was like, you're going with the sophomore. You're going with that 1 year on the belt, but he's a freshman. Are any of them?
Now, a lot of these could be red shirts.
They could be red shirts. I'm trying to see. I can't really tell.
All right, I just Googled it and I have it. Based on our analysis, we are incorrect. They're going with the senior, Jake Craig.
All right.
Yeah, but that's a bloodbath. I mean, that's gross. Also, you might be sprinkling a little TCU team total over on that as well. Next up, game that I will personally be locked into, San Jose State, USC. No analysis. USC's a 39.5 point favorite. Okay, moving on. NC State, Virginia. This is actually a semi-tasty one. I could be wrong on this. May need a fact check. I believe Tony Elliott is out at Virginia.
No, he's still there.
Oh, he is still there.
Yeah,
that might be a problem. This one I feel like is kind of cool.
And I'm pretty sure their QB is Bo Pribula from Mizzou.
Yeah, no, I do not love that one. That one has me a little bit.
It's him. I'm pretty sure it's him. It's him or it's Eli Holston. I'm pretty sure it's Bo though.
It is Bo. It is Bo. But I don't love that one, not gonna lie. Not the biggest Bo fan. NC State, CJ Bailey. Yeah, I like that. NC State
+4.
NC State, go Pack. 4.5 point spread, or just 4 points for Virginia.
Just 4
in Virginia. So that That probably helps contribute to it. But there we go. Third game. Next up, Hawaii, Stanford. I got to roll with my boy D-War. Davis Warren, starting quarterback of Stanford. And also, you've seen the picture of the tight end room going around with the nerd glasses.
Those are pretty good.
That's just a vibes pick. You got to.
Those are pretty
Stanford.
good. I feel
go Stanford there.
I feel like obviously connections aside to Davis, just the fact
I'm fully biased in this
one. But I'm saying connections aside, if you didn't have a connection to him, if you didn't know him, if he wasn't your quarterback, just the fact that he beat Ohio State, even though he wasn't doing anything to beat Ohio State, the fact that he beat him, you just have to respect it. And you have to go with it. Yeah, you got to tip the cap. Although it's always difficult.
Most memorable Ohio State.
It's always difficult to cheer against Hawaii. It's always difficult.
But this one's in Stanford.
I know, but still, just Hawaii as an aura. It's
that makes it tricky for Hawaii, in my opinion.
No, I know. But
that's a pretty long flight. It's
West Coast. It is. Any game that Hawaii plays that's not in Hawaii is already complicated.
Disaster.
But you just got to always be a fan of the Rainbow Warriors, Grant. You can't cheer against the Rainbow Warriors.
No, it's messed up. I mean, Hawaii playing at 9 p.m. on Saturday, like that's where you either double or lose everything.
It is always the nightcap.
We're all watching
it's always the nightcap.
We're all watching them. But next up, a trouncing New Mexico State, Florida State. This is just a little projection. It has nothing to do with this game, but I think Mike Norvell is the most likely head coach to be fired. October 10th.
He should have been fired last year.
Yeah, they were still kind of holding on to that 12-0 year. But last game of the night, Memphis UNLV.
Honestly, Everett. A pretty good game, but I'm
hearing rumblings that both teams will be playing both quarterbacks in this one.
And I'm not super surprised by that. I'm going to be honest.
UNLV, I am. Jackson Arnold and Alex Orji. I think we know Alex Orji. He can't even throw a ball.
Well, Jackson Arnold's not much better.
Then Orji, yes. Now, Jackson Arnold's not good, but at Everett, Alex Orji is that bad.
Now, Grant.
Now, that's a package thing, though, because Orji's athletic, so, like, you could actually, like, be playing him at, like, H-back or tight end.
Memphis has Aaron Noland, your former guy.
Oh, yeah, of course. Who's the other Q?
I think it's Marcus Stokes. Great
analysis over here. Let me see.
They have 5 guys, 3 of which are freshmen. So I'm going to assume it's Aaron Nolan and Marcus Stokes who did you.
Yeah, it's Stokes.
I'm not surprised.
Under Charles Huff, BYO Biscuits.
I'm not surprised given the way it is. I in this situation though, Memphis is plus 4.5. I would definitely take that. I would take Memphis plus 4.5.
Yeah, dude, give me the points there.
I would 100% take Memphis 4.5.
That is an interesting game, though. If this changes anything, line opened at -3 for UNLV. It's now moved up to 4.5.
I mean, it's in the Death Star too. Like, yeah, I get that it's a home game, but Memphis was actually and has been a good, consistent team over the past couple of years. Like, I know they haven't won an American championship, but they've always been one of those teams that are close, and they've been close to the playoffs until late. The G5 did it in the playoffs until late in the season the last couple of years. So maybe
the spirit of Paxton Lynch would come down and help him out. What do you think?
Well, what kind of Paxton Lynch are we
Memphis,
talking about?
Paxton Lynch.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we're talking about Memphis and not Broncos. Paxton Lynch. I would definitely be taking Memphis spread there.
All right, going with Memphis, but okay. All right. That's a week 0 preview. Next week should be a bit more interesting.
Next week has a couple more definite interesting matchups. I mean, more so on Saturday and Sunday, it looks like.
Yeah, I know Sunday they got some nice ones. Just like quick look ahead, quick gander right now. Baylor, Auburn, that's pretty enticing. Ole Miss, Louisville. Also enticing. A lot of people are on Louisville. It's a straight dog taking that. Keep your points, Vegas. Going money line Louisville there. Another big one. UCLA Cal is interesting. 1.5 point spread for UCLA.
Yeah,
I think I might be wrong with JKS there. Not gonna lie. Kiwa Sago Wapale.
I mean, Clemson, LSU too. Like I know
Oh,
LSU,
the Battle of the Apple,
Apple,
Washington State,
week one
Washington.
too.
SMU FSU is also interesting.
Um,
On Monday.
we have like a lot of mid-tier teams fighting it out. Like if you're just looking at mid-tier, like what could be a good game, not like it's going to have implications for later in the season, but like Tulane Duke will be a good game. Probably doesn't have much implications later in the year. Like that will be a good game. I'm guessing like
Oh, I'm not concerned about implications later. I just want to see some good ball, Everett.
yeah,
That's
I think
all.
there's a
That's the
lot
only
of
thing
like
on my mind.
mid-tier teams that are getting like Auburn Baylor will probably be a good game.
100%.
Uh
Damn, Duke 9.5. The disrespect, right?
I mean it's in Durham.
I
But
don't care. Those kids aren't showing up for that one. I don't care.
JMU and Liberty will probably be a good game too. Um, Ohio and Nebraska, not maybe not a bad option either.
Wow, Ohio State is a 9:30 a.m. kickoff, not 9 a.m. Give me an extra 30 minutes.
There you go.
Good for me.
Another 30 asleep. But yeah, no,
Good for me, but all right.
First week slate and just in general, we all know kind of the matchups that are coming down the pipeline this year. And Grant, I mean, like I think it's safe to say a lot of people could say this is one of the best college football seasons in anticipation wise, at least, that we've seen in the last decade.
I just think right now this is the best era of college football in terms of so many teams are in it. So,
And people might argue that means that NIL and transfer portal rules are working.
oh yeah, and the expanded playoff, it has worked. I know last year Indiana, they were the 1 seed and won it all, but Ohio State 8 seed year 1, and then last year Miami as a 10 seed made it to the national championship game. So
and weren't super far off. They, I mean, like more than a couple plays, but they were there for a second.
Carson Beck had a drive at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And he turned to Sid the Sloth like good old Beck. It was like, oh my God, why couldn't he?
It was sitting there. It was waiting. It bided its time for as long as it could. All right.
Okay, moving on. I got Big Ten and SEC quarterback rankings. I'm just going to rip through these quick. Start off with the Big Ten. SEC is a lot more interesting. All I got. SEC, there's some names in there. There could be some big risers. There could be some droppers. But we'll start with Big Ten. Going 10-1. I'll just say them all first, and then, if you got any questions, I'll answer. Starting off at 10, Nico Imaliava. 9, Anthony Calandria for Nebraska. 8, Malik Washington for Maryland. 7, Ice Bryce. Humble Bryce this year, Bryce Underwood. 6, Rocco Becht, Penn State, going with Matt Campbell. 5, Damon Williams. I love him a lot, but slightly biased there. 4, Josh Hoover, Indiana. 3, Jaden Maeva. And then 2, let's say 1B, 1A. But start off with 2, I got Julian Sane at 2, Jonte Moore
1. I'm surprised that Bryce Underwood was actually that high.
So, okay, I'll start off with Bryce. 3 pieces of analysis. First, he has an actual football coach now that is not obsessed with butter knives. So that's going to be a big step up, and that should help a lot. Another thing, he has a dedicated quarterback coach now. Last year, Butter Knife Genius thought, oh, Bryce doesn't need his own quarterback coach. I got it. No, you do not, Sharon. You do not. So now he has a dedicated quarterback coach to maybe coach him. Pretty crazy move, starting a true freshman and not giving him a position coach. That's asinine. And then also just a much better wide receiver group around him now compared to last year.
Yeah, I just feel like still if he has,
I mean, the names beneath him weren't that inspiring. I got Calandria in there. I got Nico in there, who I know what you think about him. And then Malik Washington. Malik,
I feel like Malik should be above him. I would put Malik above him. Neck and neck.
But I believe Bryce can take a much bigger step up this year than Malik. I
probably would put Drake Lindsay in that list.
Where would you slot him?
Gophers. I would probably put him at least 10 over whatever the fuck his name is. Probably not over Nico. Is Nico 10?
Yeah.
I thought Nico was 9.
No, Anthony Calandria, Nebraska.
Okay. Yeah, the
Yeah,
thing is,
you're
I
going to
don't,
notice a
I
recurring
don't,
theme here. I'm a big fan of the dual threats in college.
I
So.
don't know enough of Anthony Calandria to be able to fully judge
Came from
that.
UNLV. He like threw for 3,800, a
Oh,
lot of
is he the super tall
touchdowns.
guy?
Uh, I'm not sure if that's how I describe him, but he's a great athlete. Turnover prone. The
Okay.
turnovers are there, 100%. But that's kind of a lot of these
Everything that
guys.
I've heard about Drake Lindsay going into this year, besides him getting a fucking DUI or whatever in the middle of summer, is
That's just
positive.
college stuff. If
It's
anything, he gets a
positive.
Baker bump from that.
But I do think that there's a little bit of unwritten underestimated talent there from what I've heard from the Minnesota department. But yeah, I mean overall, I think that that's a fair list. I think that you're giving Underwood a lot of credit for, especially being an Ohio State fan. I feel like you probably have to do that a little bit to
I
be
mean, he was
non-biased. But
atrocious last year.
I
Don't
know,
get me
I
wrong.
know. That's what I'm saying. Unless he's developed substantially over this offseason, which I don't think has happened, I'm surprised that he's
I
there.
think it could just because of the things that I mean, hey, he was bound to fail last year with what was going on in the Michigan coaching staff. He was bound to fail.
I guess that's fair. Is this his true junior year or is it sophomore?
Sophomore, true soft.
True sophomore.
He was true freshman last year and
Okay.
rolling out with
I don't
that
know why.
shit.
I feel like he's been around longer than that, but I guess he also just he came to campus early, didn't he?
Yeah, a lot of these guys are,
That
but
might have
it
that
was
might have
so
been
much
it.
hype around him. A lot of it was due to him making comments, but it makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, okay. I cut him
He's
a
a
little
very
slack.
highly talented
Cut him a little
guy.
slack. Okay, all right. Let's go. Let's go. What you said the SEC is the other one that you had.
Yeah. Then I got SEC once again 10-1. Starting off with 10. Marcel Reed, A&M. Faison Brandon, new quarterback for Tennessee. Camario Taylor, Mississippi State. Jean Mateer, Oklahoma. Gunnar Stockton, Georgia. Lenore Sellers, South Carolina. 4, new starting quarterback, just won the battle. Keelan Russell, Alabama. 3, Sam Levitt. 2, Arch. And 1, potentially my favorite player in college football, not named Jeremiah Smith, Trinidad Chambliss.
I'm surprised you had Georgia boy on there. Gunnar Stockton so high. Um,
Hey, I thought 6 was kind of fair. A lot of people have him like around that 4-5 range.
really,
Actually,
I
for
mean, like
their
I
SEC
guess
rankings. I
looking at the
personally can't get over
overall.
the hairline, so that's why I had him down there at 6.
I mean, I guess looking at the overall basis, like yeah, I didn't hear. Did you say Byron Brown in there?
No,
Auburn.
he was right there on the. He was right there.
I for sure would
He's
have
right
had
there
him.
with
I
me.
for sure would have had him in there.
I love these quarterbacks down there. We could throw him in over Marcel Reed. That guy's garbage.
I for
But
sure. I definitely like. I like Byron Brown, and obviously coming from a G5 school, like I saw him play at USF, like because we played him. Like I think that he's a very capable and very good quarterback.
yeah, I got three like new names in the SEC here. I had in like Camario Taylor first, Mississippi State. I'm just hearing a lot of great things
Yeah, I mean, and I
out of
think that
his
that's
camp.
fair. I
But
think
I
that
got
that's
him at
fair.
8. I don't have him too high. Keelan Russell 4. He was like a former number 2 player in the
Yep.
class. I
Yep.
believe he's either redshirt freshman or true sophomore right now.
I
But
believe
he
he's a
didn't play
redshirt
last year.
freshman. He's a redshirt freshman.
But yeah, once again, he's like number 3 player in the class. Sky's the limit with him. Talent is insane, and I do trust DeBoer at least on offense. He might be a moron at everything else, but at least on offense, he's pretty damn good. And then last one, Faison Brandon, Tennessee,
Yeah.
true freshman, just won the job.
5-star.
Like once again, the talent is just unreal.
And I mean, Sam Levitt also is
Heupel's a
technically
great
new to the
coach.
SEC too, but we know what he is. So
That's more of a lane thing. I don't think he's as talented as a lot of these guys on here. Like I'm not talking NFL. I'm talking how they're going to play in college football.
yeah, in college,
And when Lane's your coach, like you're going to look good.
I do think that Byron Brown's going to be good. I do think that, especially if we're talking about how Marcel Reed looked in the playoffs last year. Yeah, I'd put Byron Brown in above him for sure.
I'm saying if A&M literally had any of those quarterbacks ahead, I would consider them national championship contenders.
Maybe not fucked up thumb John Mateer, but like anybody else, yeah.
My one thing about Mateer is like it was
when he's healthy,
hand injury.
when he's healthy,
was
looks disgusting.
Damn good.
Yeah,
Also,
he was.
he's yoked now, but like a big thing with him is the running aspect. And
Yeah.
he is still a great runner. I think he put on that weight, played that season in the SEC, hand bang up, that one's kind of, I think he was literally throwing a pass and hit it on his own center's head.
I'm pretty sure he did.
But
I mean,
for a guy who's
Byron
Brown,
by the way,
game too.
talking about rushing aspect,
he's
Grant,
a big boy, isn't he?
Byron Brown?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, big boy. Last year, Grant, he ran for 1,000 yards, and he threw for 3,000. He had 14 rushing touchdowns.
I love myself some dual threaders.
14 rushing touchdowns, 28 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
All right, you're talking me into it. I'm seeing right now 6'3", 232. I like that. Everett. Not gonna lie, I'm a fan.
He even has receptions in 2023 and 2024.
All right, okay. You could talk me into him there.
So a little G5 love there. I do think that he's going to impress some people.
And also coming with Golish, who was at USF.
Yes.
That helps a lot.
Yes. So
we could see a little Mateer and his OC when they went to Oklahoma last year from BSU. A little bit of that happening too. So fair.
Okay. All right. Well, there's your little preview for.
I enjoy. You didn't make a comment about Arch there too. Love it. We're growing. We're growing as a country. He was getting so much trash last year. Once again, Arch. How was Arch supposed to know that a Predator played for Ohio State, Arvell Reese? How was he supposed to know that? I didn't even know that until the second drive on defense, where I'm like, yo, this.
Also, neither team looked super great. Good. And it's his first year truly starting like consistently
in Ohio.
Yeah, no, give the guy a break. Now we'll see if it stays that way. If he stays at 2, like I think a lot of people have him in his top 5, top 3 quarterbacks in the nation right now. And I do 100%. Think that it's obviously fair. I do also think it's a little biased towards the name. And I think that he needs to still live up to what those expectations are, and we'll see if it really holds.
He just started playing so much better later in the year. That Mississippi State game when I don't think he got sacked, but I think he throws just an awful Carson Beck interception. And you see him on the sideline, they're zooming in, and he said, F it, I'm just going to stop giving an F. He said, I'm just going to stop giving it an F. And then after that, he was like, I'm Arch Manning. I'm ripping that shit down the seam like a man.
He just has to make
change.
Yeah, no.
When he stopped trying to make the right play, tried to stop.
The thing is, Grant, the question is,
like, I'm just gonna go.
The question is if Arch is going to try and either be the best quarterback in college football, or if he wants to limit himself a little bit so he goes in like the 10 to 20 range in the NFL draft.
I think Big Arch got that whole thing covered. I don't think he needs to worry about overperforming and getting himself on the Cleveland Browns. I think Big Arch got that one.
Julian's saying I kind of worry about that.
There's one
apparently.
Man that you can trust to have that playbook down.
It's Arch. Okay. All right, Grant. So for the NFL, we are wrapping up the preseason here in this final week, and then we have like the off week, and then the season starts. Right? Like there's like a cut week basically. Here's the
football gods turn off injuries for that week.
Here's the thing: 1, we have a fuck ton of injuries. That's a problem. 2, we still have a lot of positional battles going on that haven't really been determined. And one, Grant, that has been determined, but now has a significant change in the outcome for one of those players potentially. So we'll start with this, and we'll get into the other positions. The Minnesota Vikings, Grant. The Minnesota Vikings declared Kyler Murray as QB1, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, before the first preseason game. It is now reported that J.J. McCarthy and Carson Wentz are splitting second-team reps, and it's possible that J.J. McCarthy might be downgraded to QB3 entering the season, and if that, he might be not with the team.
So you're telling me there's already a plane scheduled from the St. Paul, Minnesota airport to LAX to go be with the Chargers. So that's what you're telling me.
That unless he wants to try to be QB1 somewhere, which means he's going to Atlanta. Or Miami.
But I don't think that's his choice because he getting traded.
No, it's not.
Harbaugh will overpay anybody for his
probably
for
will.
his
I
guy.
wonder what that compensation would be. But
Probably like 4 firsts.
the bigger thing was it sounded like obviously the discourse in the middle of the summer was how JJ McCarthy was handling the QB like battle, and it was like, yeah, it's like that kid you hate in school where you're just silent across from each other, you don't say any words or anything. Like it was like, all right, well, like that disseminates into the entire locker room, and then everybody's just like, all right, this shit's kind of tense. Like the fuck, like it makes a locker room issue. Makes a locker room issue, and I don't know if they want to have that. I don't know how JJ's been handling things, especially if his play hasn't gotten better. But otherwise, Grant,
doing great.
Otherwise, we still have some other positional battles. Ramondre Stevenson, Travion Henderson are both battling still for running back one.
Well, I'll be honest. Travion just got banged up, and from what I just saw from beat writers, they're saying
He's apparently looking good.
Ramondre's the guy.
Apparently looking good, especially because pass blocking has been a problem for Travion. So
yeah, which I'm kind of surprised about because he was actually great at Ohio State.
That was one of the reasons why we were like, Vrabel hates rookies, but I thought like we were both like, yeah, he's letting Travion play because he can pass.
Yeah, I still think, long-term Trevion's the home run threat, but I will also say, like, Travion, he never was a bell cow at Ohio State because he was getting hurt when they were giving him 25 touches on the field the whole game. And, like, I actually think for his long-term benefit, it's best that Ramondre's still there.
Oh,
like,
yeah. No, I agree.
To be on the field every play, he would play 9 games a year.
I think generally speaking, for most of these running backs in the NFL right now, it's better for them to split carry for their health and longevity. Like, yeah, it might suck for fantasy. Like, you don't want Jonathan Taylor and fucking Gibbons or whoever the RB2 is there right now being like,
dude,
yeah,
they rolling out Taylor every play.
No, but I'm saying you don't want them. You don't want them fucking splitting carries. I don't think they will. There's select running backs who's fine doing it, like Derrick Henry. But like for the health longevity wise, yeah, you're gonna see the Browns fucking do it this year because Quinshawn blew up his kneecap last year. You're probably gonna see the Patriots do it. You're gonna see the Jaguars do it. You've been seeing the Lions do it. Like, so you're gonna keep seeing them doing it. They're probably gonna sign fucking Kareem Hunt. The Vikings are doing it. The Bills have done it on and off. Giants have been doing it. Eagles kind of did it last year. Rams do it. Like a lot of the teams in the NFL do it. Broncos. Chargers.
You still have a main guy 100%.
They do have a main guy 100%, but it's how many reps in comparison to that true bell cow.
It won't be the early. I saw a clip recently of Ricky Williams. He had like 43 carries in the game.
Yeah, like I don't know if you're seeing that. Like I think the only running backs
grounds to sue.
The only running backs in the NFL, I think you could see having 30 plus touches in the game. Let's say 30 plus touches. Is Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry.
Yeah. That
might be it.
Saquon could probably get it too.
I don't know if they're going to do it now. Maybe like...
I think this year they might really be doing it.
I could see a chain doing it, even though he shouldn't, but they have nothing on that offense. They have nothing on that offense. They're going to kill it.
But I'm counting, touches, so I'm counting passes for too.
But, like, that's all I see. Like, then you have other guys who, like, in theory, you'd be like, yeah, they're going to give him a lot of touches like that. Carries. I shouldn't say touches. Carries. Like, CMC should get a lot of carries. It's great. But, like, they want to manage his load. They don't want him getting cooked.
He had the most touches in the NFL last year.
Touches, but that's not... Touches or carries?
Touches. He had, like, 4 something, though.
Which isn't surprising, but, like... Carry wise, like that's different. Like you don't carry, I feel like takes a little bit more of a toll on your body than just
100%.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying total carries, like 30 carries a game.
To be in the 400 on touches.
No, that's absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely crazy. It is crazy.
They should have him slide.
He's the last RB to do 1,000, right? He might be the only RB to do 1,000.
I would think he's the only one. 1,000 is not easy to come by.
No. I was just thinking if like, I feel like Bijan might have gotten close the other year. But I can't remember.
I don't think Bijan has sniffed 1,000 receiving.
No. But I'm saying like
significantly more likely.
I thought he had
1,000 receiving.
No, I thought he had like 600 yards last year.
Yeah, I mean we're a long way off there, Everett.
Yeah, I know, but I was more so saying that's still a significant
McCaffrey
for
didn't
running
even
back.
get 1,000. McCaffrey had 1,200 rushing, 920 receiving.
Oh, so he
Like
was close. He never
1,000
got it.
receiving
He
as a
was he
running
was
back
close,
is
but he never
crazy,
got it.
Everett.
Grant, let me guess how many receiving yards Bijan had last year without
Yeah,
looking
I'm
it up.
looking. It's a lot more than I thought.
He was
It's a
pretty
lot
fucking
more than I
close.
thought.
He was pretty fucking close, all things considered. He had
It's
820
just a
receiving yards.
thousand at that. I don't think anyone's ever done that in the NFL.
No, if CMC hasn't done it, then nobody has. For some reason I thought he did, but 820 receiving yards. That's fucking. That's pretty fucking crazy.
That is a lot. That is a
Yeah,
lot. I didn't think it was going to be
1,400
that
rushing
high.
yards, basically 1,500. Like fuck, yeah, that's crazy. Um, but yeah, I mean, just generally speaking, Grant. Other positional things we're just figuring out still is uh we have little news in the Seahawks running back room. Same with the Jaguars. Same with the Broncos. Don't know what the status
I
is.
actually have an update on the Seahawks. Anyone with a
Oh,
brain?
you do?
It is Jadarian Price season. George Halani. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Okay. No. George Halani's not stiff in the field. Now, when Sharps is healthy again, okay, now we could have a discussion about the Seahawks running back room. But no. For now, it is Price into the dirt. Last year, they bench him halfway through the year trying to get Jeremiah Love the Heisman. He's fresh, Everett. Jadarian Price is ready to go. Okay, so no, he's in the game the entire time.
Commanders we still don't know. Panthers we do know it's going to be a 50-50 split, and I'm going to guess Jonathan Brooks takes that over if he stays healthy.
Yeah. Some other things. Actually, you help me out here. What's going on in Minnesota?
Running back wise,
That's Mason, right? Right.
yeah. So it seems kind of like Mason is going to be RB1. It's like RB1A and RB1B. They're not going to ever say that Aaron Jones is not RB1. He is. He I think had like the most touches or something in his career last year, but the production is
really.
It might have been.
Really?
The production has been limited. He had the most something in his career last year. It was something. I don't know if it was yards per carry or if it was touches or what, but it was something.
Okay.
And it's just he's getting older and he consistently gets injured. So you kind of need to start phasing him and limiting him that way. And then you also have Desmond Claiborne, who's a speed threat guy who's probably going to make the 53-man roster. I'm guessing they're going to give him touches. The difference, though, is Ty Chandler is also that kind of guy, and they didn't use him that much until there was injuries. So we'll see, but I'm expecting them to load manage Aaron Jones a little bit more. And it'll probably be closer to a 55-45 split is my guess.
He's on the verge of museum. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm guessing it's 55-45 split. They're both going to get time in game, but like Jordan Mason is hitting the goal line.
Yeah, no, I think just from looking at it from fantasy look, Mason, there could be some interest there because he's going super late.
Yeah, no, I would definitely take a flyer on him for that. I would draft him over Aaron Jones. Price. I would draft him over Aaron Jones.
A million%.
For sure. I mean, let's not forget how Jordan Mason was when he was the RB1 for the 49ers, like when CMC got hurt. He can produce.
100%.
And I think this is a contract year for him as well. So
I feel like at this point for running backs, almost every year is a contract year.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, it's a big production year for Jordan Mason. And honestly, for the Vikings too, the run game needs to be more solidified for them to do everything else that they want to do this year. I mean, is there any other specific
last little battle? Actually, we can go over this and then we could get into quick little rankings. But Rico Dowdle versus Warren. What do we think's going to go over there?
I think it's going to be a 50-50 split.
What roles for each?
The thing is, they kind of do similar stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They kind of seem like similar backs.
And I think it's more about keeping each fresh than it isn't. Because, I think obviously we saw Rico Dowdle do very well with the Panthers last year. So obviously he can produce, and it's just like, he was technically RB1
This
for the
is
Cowboys too, right?
Kenny Gainwell, who was there in Pittsburgh, Jalen Warren, and Rico Dowdle were 16, 17, 18 last year fantasy running backs. They're nice and easy. Nice and easy for everybody to see. It's just right there.
Yeah, I would expect that the team isn't going to try to do anything cute, like, or pretty. Like, it's going to be your pure rotation, keep all your guys fresh so that you can have a consistent run game.
In terms of receptions, 40 catches for Warren, 39 for Dowdle. So
the same.
No separation.
It's the Spider-Man meme, Grant. They're pointing at each other. They're the same person.
Which I don't love because I don't know who to pick. And because
I'll answer that question for you.
I'm
Neither.
not picking any.
Neither. Don't pick either. Don't pick either.
If you could somehow get both, I'm down for that.
Like, that's one of those teams in one of those rooms that is certainly, and it's honestly the same thing with the receiving room too. I'm avoiding every Steelers player possible in fantasy drafts. Maybe besides Aaron Rodgers, if you just get that late flyer and a quarterback that you need or something. But like,
draft him though.
I certainly
the pickup still.
The room itself is just like everybody's kind of the same, and it's clearly that they're trying to ensure that there's consistency on the team. So if somebody gets hurt, if somebody needs a rest, that you have the same kind of player coming through, and you have that it's harder to read the offense that way as a defense because you see this like RB coming in, you're like, oh, they're going to obviously run it now instead of passing. No, they're going to do the same thing. You're not going to know. So it's nothing cute. It's not going to be like fun from that regard. But and the last battle, Grant, is the Falcons quarterback battle. I have never once in my life seen a quarterback who by themselves managed to lose the QB1 role.
Yeah,
I read Michael Penix was hurt. And somehow Tua looked so bad that Tua was said that it is impossible for them to determine the QB1 when Tua was the only QB playing.
When I read that, it's impossible to name Tua the starter. Oh my! Wow.
What I have heard and seen, Grant, Jack Strand, the QB3 for the Falcons.
Impossible.
Jack Strand, the QB3 for the Falcons,
Strand. That sounds like a movie character.
Is a former D2 quarterback from Minnesota Mankato, who apparently has been looking much better than technically both quarterbacks this entire.
Can you say the college one more time?
Minnesota State Mankato. Pretty sure it's Minnesota State.
Oh my God. All right. Okay.
And apparently he only stuck with Minnesota State Mankato because of loyalty. He has offers to play D1 and like SEC and stuff, but he didn't want to.
Earlier when you said Bijan 30 carries, we got to bump that up to 35.
Well, he's been looking good. I'm not saying he's QB1, but I am saying that there's a non-zero chance that maybe he takes it.
Is Penix? Is he just like hurt?
Penix is just cleared for 11-on-11. He is not playing in the final preseason.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. What tore his ACL last year?
The other one though.
He's torn both of them. Oh, we went over this. He's torn both ACLs before. I think this is fourth.
Wasn't he hurt the year before too though?
No.
Oh, I'm just thinking college then.
I think they were just like letting Kirk start it out, then they went over.
That's what it was. Yeah, I mean we'll see. Just no idea what the fuck's going on there, and somehow Kevin Stefanski has put himself. It's at least better than the Browns. It's better than the Browns QB room.
It certainly is.
So it's a step up for Kevin.
But it's the two biggest disasters in the National Football League.
Yeah. But it's a step up, Kevin. It's a step up.
Sure.
So, I mean, either way, he likely is getting a new quarterback next year. Although they don't have a first rounder, I don't think. Right? Didn't they trade it away for
maybe it's
or was it this one? It was this past draft that they traded it away.
I think 2 drafts ago they did it for James Pierce.
Yeah, that might have been what it was.
Now he's suspended for games, but
okay, Grant, let's wrap. You don't have any baseball or anything to do after this? Otherwise, we'll wrap it with this. All right. Yeah, we're not talking about that until September. Two lists here.
Yeah.
Okay. Two lists here, both quarterback lists. Top 10s. Top 10 for fantasy quarterbacks, top 10 for regular quarterbacks, non-fantasy.
Let's do the fantasy first.
Okay. 10-1, Grant.
Of course.
10-1. Now, yep. I'm just going to say in advance, this 10-7 section, I honestly think you can go any direction. I think it's very close across the board for all of them. Okay. Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Drake May, Matthew Stafford, Lamar Jackson, Caleb Williams, and Josh Allen.
Caleb up to 2, huh?
Fantasy-wise.
No, I know, but I kind of like it.
Now, originally I was going to have Kyler in there. I booted him out. And then originally after that, too, I had Dak Hurts T-Law, and I moved it around. I think Dak always gets a lot of fantasy points, but I just never know how appealing that offense is. And Jalen Hurts is all rushing, no passing, but he also just gets push carries. So I don't know how to read it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm most interested. You got T-Law down there at 10th.
And I mean, right beforehand.
But I mean, one thing
I had
about T-Law last year is that he had 9 rushing touchdowns last year.
I had him before. I had him at 8. I had him at 8 before, and I've switched him to 10. So I basically switched him in front of Hurts and Dak in that regard.
Okay.
But I mean, I that's what I was saying. I think through 7 through 10, there's not a whole lot of difference.
Staff in there?
Stafford is 4, number 4.
Okay.
So I don't think there's a whole lot of difference between those quarterbacks. I think that you could lobby Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield both in there for a 7 through 10 spot. I think that's just all really close. But Hurts obviously rushing upside. Dak has a lot of passing upside. T-Law has a little bit of both.
And no Lamar at all, correct?
Lamar is number 3.
Oh, sorry.
Lamar's number 3.
I'm expecting a bounce back for Lamar this year.
Yeah. Okay, Grant. Let's get into
the actual one.
The top 10 actual quarterbacks. I'm just 10-1.
Yep.
Sam Darnold, Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Drake May, Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, and Matthew Stafford.
Okay. So is it also baked in there? You think Stafford's going B2B on the MVPs?
I don't think he's going back to back. This is a little bit more. I'm kind of
to back MVP.
I'm kind of projecting plus using right now. It's a little bit of projection plus what I think it is entering the season. But I expect him to probably statistically still be extremely strong. And it's more of quarterback specific traits, not rushing, not all that kind of fun stuff, more point and pass, processing, quarterback specific traits, who is the greatest quarterback specifically.
Okay.
And that's kind of a large part for why he's number 1 in. And that's also kind of a larger part why Dak's number 3 in. Dak also does a lot of that very well.
And where do you get good old Lamar at?
Lamar is 6.
Okay.
He's above Herbert, Goff, Mahomes, and Darnold.
Okay, I was about to say, for a second, I thought Mahomes might have not been in there, which I love it. I'm all in favor of it, but
I think that we've also said on this podcast, until the day Patrick Mahomes retires, he's on this top. He's going to be on this top. He'll be somewhere in there.
Certainly.
He's not going to, he has certainly fallen off, especially in the past, 2 years, I would say. But I mean, he's obviously still extremely talented.
100%. I don't think anyone's doubting that one.
No. So that's where we're at. Obviously, due to change per week. and we're still entering the season here. But yeah, no, just preliminary information for you guys to sit about. But is there any other thing you want to say, Grant, for any other
Nah,
sport?
nah. I think that'll nothing going on in the MLB at all. So
So with that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening. Rate us 5 stars. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, and on TikTok or Waterway Paul. We post new episodes every week on YouTube podcast Flash. Subscribe and notifications so a single episode. We also post exclusive content on our Instagram and on TikTok, so don't miss out anything there. You can follow me and Grant on Twitter at Everett Takes and at Waterboy Grants. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Waterboys out.